I'm going to break down to y'all the quickest and the most foolproof way for barbers to make $100,000, to make six figures, baby. What's good, y'all? Every barber has gotten into the barber game for different reasons. Some people got into it for the money. Some people got into it for the freedom. Some people got into it because they love the craft. And a lot of people got into it for all the above. I definitely got into it for all the above. I loved cutting hair. Been cutting since I was about 14 or 15. Used to cut for free just because I love to cut so much. I also got into it for the freedom and the entrepreneurship potential. I loved the idea of being able to work for myself, set my own schedule, have full creative freedom, not have to report to anybody. I loved that idea as well. And then also the money, you know, I've been cutting for a long time, since I was 14 or 15, but I didn't always want to pursue it as a career because I didn't know how good of a career it could be financially. But once I started realizing all the potential that barbering has financially, it encouraged me to really go head first, go all in, and pursue barbering full time as a career. So with that being said, I'm going to break down to y'all the quickest and the most foolproof way for barbers to make $100,000, to make six figures, baby. Let's dive in. As a barber, most of us were really our own boss. We choose when to go in, we choose when to not go in, we choose when to raise our price, we choose how to treat our clients. So a lot of new barbers and longtime barbers, they may look at that and say, oh, I'm my own boss. I can do whatever I want. I can act and conduct my business however I want. Chances are you're not going to be very successful that way. If you want to be successful in the barber game, you have to be professional, you have to be calculated, and you have to be strategic. So let's break down the best strategy to making $100,000 a year as a barber. All you got to do is break down the numbers. That's it. It's simple. Whip out your calculator. Go ahead, type $100,000. $100,000. From there, we're just going to break down the math and figure out how many cuts I have to do per day, per week, per year in order to make $100,000. As simple as that. Now, obviously, depending on your price of your haircuts, that's going to determine how many cuts you have to do to reach 100,000, right? I mean, if you're charging $20 for a cut, you're gonna have to do way more haircuts to reach $100,000 than you will if you charge $80 a cut. I mean, that's just simple math. So let's break it down at various different numbers so you can see for your position where you are, what you need to do to reach that goal, and what are your best steps moving forward. All right, let's break it down. So first and foremost, let's say you're a brand new barber, you're charging $30 for your cut, you're fresh out of barber school, just got in the shop, you don't have a big clientele, you're charging $30 for your haircuts, okay? So we have $100,000. You divide that by 52, because there's 52 weeks in a year. Okay, that means you have to make $1,923 a week. Now, how many cuts is that? Well, let's say I'm in the shop 6 days. So divide that by 6. That means you have to make $320 a day. So you have to make $320 a day, right? Well, my cuts, like I said, are $30. So divide 320 a day divided by 30, that's about 10, 11 cuts. So if you do 10 or 11 cuts a day at $30 per cut, 6 days out the week, 52 weeks out the year, you will make $100,000. Now, if you're fresh out of barber school, you haven't been cutting that long, you don't have a big clientele, to be honest, it's gonna be tough to reach 10, 11 cuts a day. In reality, it's not realistic for most new barbers with low clientele. So if you wanna learn how to build your clientele, you can refer back to one of my other videos where I dive deep into that. We're not gonna tackle that right now. So that's at $30. $30, you need to do about 10, 11 cuts a day, 52 weeks out the year to make $100,000. Okay, now let's say I want to make $100,000, but I'm charging $45 for a cut. So 100,000 divided by 52 weeks in a year, 1,923 a week, divided by 6 days out the week that I'm in the shop, $320. Now I charge 45, so divided by 45. See, now, since I raised my price, now I only have to do 7 cuts a day. So now at $45, if I do 7 cuts a day, 6 days out the week, all year, that's $100,000. So you see how when you raise your price, you have to do less work to reach the same goal. But as I said before, in order to get to where you're booked up at that higher price, you got to do the groundwork first. So don't skip steps. Don't rush that process. Okay, now let's say, been in the game a minute, my clientele is big, you've raised your price over time, sure and steady. Let's say I want to make $100,000 and now I'm charging $60 for a haircut. $100,000 divided by 52 weeks out the year. It's $1,923 a week divided by 6 days. In the shop 6 days out the week, I need to make $320 a day again. Now I'm charging $60. So divide $320 by $60. I only have to do 5 or 6 cuts a day. So now if I'm charging $60, I have to do 5 or 6 cuts a day, 6 days out the week, 52 weeks out the year, and I reach $100,000. As I've said before, there's other factors you got to throw in there: days off, vacation, sick days, expenses, booth rent. There's all these other factors that you have to consider too. But what I found is that doing this exercise is very inspiring and encouraging because it makes your goals seem more realistic and reachable. Doing this exercise has personally helped me a lot to reach my goals and just to give me fire to, make me more hungry to keep going, because I say, oh, I can do that. So if you're a new barber and you've never done this before, try it out. I guarantee you it's going to be inspiring. It's going to be encouraging to be able to see what goal you can reach. Now, for the new barber coming fresh out of barber school, $100,000 might not be a realistic goal for you to set. You might want to say, hey, I'm just starting out. I'm gonna just set my goal for $60,000 and just break down the math the same way. $60,000 divided by 52 weeks, divided by 6 days out the week, divided by the price of your haircut, and you'll see how many cuts you need to do to make 60,000. Keep your mind on your goal and just remember, slow and steady wins the race. Take the steps. Don't try to rush anything. Don't come fresh out of barber school and be like, okay, I don't got a lot of clients, but I'm gonna charge $70 for my cut. I'm charging $70 for the cut. I don't have no clients, but hey, I'm charging $70. Well, that don't really matter if you charging $70, but you only have like 1 cut a day. If that, there's no point in charging $70 because you're making less money. I want to make more money. So start off at a lower price, build your clientele at that lower price, then go up a little bit, build your clientele back up, raise your price a little bit, build your clientele back up, raise your price a little bit, build your clientele back up, so on and so forth. If you just follow those simple steps, you're gonna reach your goal. To follow those steps, also keep working on your skill, keep working on your professionalism, keep working on your interpersonal skills, your business skills, all of that. And as long as you take those steps and take it seriously, you're gonna reach your goals. 9 times out of 10, I think it's gonna happen for you quicker than you thought. As long as you stay steady, stay consistent, keep grinding, you're gonna get there. Hope this helped. Let me know in the comments below. Like and subscribe. Make sure to check us out at gimsbarberstudio.com. Go ahead, follow me on Instagram at Jacob Lewindu, and stay tuned for more barber tips. Peace.